Well, I've been using enzymes for 10 years now. So, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I'm in the health industry. So I help other people, with their gut health. So I've always understood the importance of enzymes and gut health and, alkalizing your body and so forth. So with Zen, I came across it. It'll be a year now. So one of my girlfriends was about to do the 1 day cleanse, and I was just really curious and intrigued about it because I thought, you know what, I've been wanting to do a cleanse. I just don't really know where to start. Do I do juicing? Do I do water cleanse? There's just so many options. So I just love the idea. You do it once, it cleans everything out, and that's pretty much it. So I ended up getting her cleanse of her, and then she ended up purchasing another one later for her because she was pregnant. No, yeah, she was pregnant at the time, so she had to wait anyway. Anyway, I had no expectations, and that's usually how I am when I try anything new. Just let go of that. Just let it do its thing, whatever it needs to do. And I must say, I was definitely blown away. Clearly, this is why a year later I'm still promoting it and sharing it with other people. For me, the biggest thing was I noticed the day after that I just had more energy, there was more clarity, and I was so in tune with my body, so I was just listening to what it actually wanted, and it didn't want food. I mean, it wanted food, but I just wanted to juice. So about 4 days after my cleanse, my body said, okay, keep juicing, okay, add a smoothie, don't clog yourself up with cooked food. And it was just it's hard to put into words. I definitely noticed even my sinus clearing up, and I mean, I think I had three about 3 meters of plaque come out of me within 5 days. So I think I had about 11 releases. So for me, that was just incredible. And I thought, like, I'm a small person. I know you can't tell on here. I'm only about 153 centimeters, so I'm really short. And knowing that all that stuff was stuck inside of me for who knows, I'm 34 years old. So for all those years, and mind you, as I said, I have been, you know, um, doing my own kind of plans with probiotics and fiber and enzymes. This was just something completely different. Yeah.
In general.
Awareness of cleansing. Well, there's different types of cleansing. I think if anyone is going to cleanse, I think that's fantastic. There's not just one way, but I love this way. It's a great start for someone to begin on their health journey, and to help them. It's like a stepping stone. You kind of press the reset button. Again, it depends what you want to achieve with what you've had. Clearly, you've done the rainbow, and I'm sure you've done many others. For someone like me, I didn't really have anything that I did wanted to improve, but I know there's always a next level when it comes to health. That's why I was open to trying something. It helped me in a way that, because we just had a miscarriage as well just before I did the cleanse, and I wanted to kind of reset my body and then fall pregnant again. And within, I think only like 2 months later, then we fell pregnant again. And just knowing that I've literally cleansed everything out just made me feel not more at ease, but just cleaner in a way that now my baby's going to be getting everything that he deserves. So I'm due literally any day. I'm 39 weeks now. I'm very, very excited. And yeah, I'm excited to do more cleanse after baby. That's for sure.
During the cleanse.
Oh no, the aha moment was, yeah, was the day after the first cleanse I did. Also, I think it's important to, and this is what I tell, my friends and people that actually do the cleanses, just let the day, like, sit, whatever it is that you do during the day that helps you meditate or stay focused and get in tune with yourself. Ask yourself the tough questions if you can. Have a bath if you have a bath. Go for a walk, but just spend the whole day just be with yourself. And I did that, and I had a few heart moments of, I'm someone who I was addicted to painkillers, and this is why I found enzymes 10 years ago. I've had sciatica most of my life, and I remember I was, yeah, the day after the cleanse, that I was just tuning in with myself, and I said, Oh my God, I've been telling myself the same story that I have sciatica, and I said, I don't own this. Like, this shouldn't be a part of me. So I've learned to just let go of that. And I think that was really, really important for me to understand that words are powerful and we tend to hold on to a lot of things too. So that was a great journey for me, and then I decided to do another intestinal cleanse a little bit later, just because I was bloated, and that helped me get rid of my bloatness, if that's even a word. And then I did the liver one, just because I thought, why not? If I already love the intestinal cleanse, the liver cleanse was a bit different for me. It was a little bit intense, but again, that just it was just a bit of a reset button. And I think maybe I've had 30 people or so use the cleanse, and there's been about two people that couldn't finish it. And it's not that I wasn't so much surprised that they couldn't finish it, because I kind of know the mindset. Um, and yeah, it's fascinating how, as you said, the minds people kind of, they want to do it, but they have this fear behind it, and they don't really have. I mean, everyone has the ability to achieve something, but I feel like a lot of people already tell themselves prior to do something, nah, I'm not gonna do it, and that's a sign that I should have said, you know what, maybe it's not for you if I'm already seeing this. It's unfortunate people, yeah, as I said, I've only had two people that couldn't finish. I had one person that I think was the last satchel that they just threw up. But like I just it was just sitting there, I couldn't. Like, that's fine. At least you did your best to finish it. That's fine. But everyone has had most of them have had more of an emotional journey than a physical one. So I think it just depends on what your body wants to achieve, and your body knows what it needs to do, right?
Totally.
Totally.
How did you feel compared to having other types of enzymes, since you've said you've been using enzymes for a long period of time? Like what felt different compared to these ones?
Well, this was it was an instant release. I mean, look, when I started enzymes 10 years ago, I did notice a lot of releases coming out within like probably the first week. I lost about 3 kilos at the beginning, which was fantastic because I came from, a party girl taking lots of drugs. So I thought, that's probably inside of me now. I'm releasing that. But with doing the cleanse last year, I've well, in the last 10 years, I've become vegetarian. The last 3 years, I've become vegan. So I liked that when I did that, I probably released more of the dairy products and meat products that I had inside of me. It's different to compare. It's definitely different. As I said, it's just this is more of an intense cleanse to like reset everything, and it's something that I'm going to be doing as I said, after baby. I want to do it at least every season, so every 3 months, do an intestinal cleanse, and I'll do a liver at least once a year. I had gallbladder stones come out of me straight away. Like, this had these little green things come out of me. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. But it was quite intense. I mean, the whole process, the day process was fine. It was mostly, um, I got woken up 5 in the morning and I had to run to the bathroom. Oh, and then I had to call my partner to come help me out. But I think that just showed that, okay, there's more things that need to be done with my body. So I'd like to do continued working probably on my liver, um, and see what happens there.
Or that autopilot? How would you say that you felt that feeling of emptiness? Like, did you feel it, or were you able to kind of like work through it?
Look, I've been doing intermittent fasting for a long time, so I'm not someone who will kind of like wake up and be like, oh, I gotta eat toast and stuff like that. As I said, I think it was, the first week just noticing how little we actually need to eat, and focusing more on the nourishment more than, the actual quantity of food. I think that was really important for me. I've been, also eating organic. That's something that I've probably implemented more in the last year. And just, being gentle with myself. I think we tend to sometimes be, I still like desserts here and there, maybe once or twice a week, but also, as I say, being vegan too, And, I'm not saying, people think being vegan, you're healthy. I'm like, no, that's not the case at all. Being mindful of, if I'm gonna have dessert, what am I actually eating? Looking at all the ingredients and understanding that, this is the only body you ever get to live in, so you might as well look after it. And I've had that mindset for a long time. I just felt as if I felt that with these few cleanses that, well, it's not a one day fix all, and I had to really reassure my people with that. It's I'm not you're not pressing, yes, you're pressing a reset button, but what do you do after that? Like, what do you do when it comes to drinking water, eating food, exercising, and again, depending on how severe your health problems are, then look into other options. So recommending the rainbow cleanse to a few people was actually fantastic. Um, yeah, I don't know if that really answers your question, but yeah, I think it's, there isn't a one, click, people, I'll click a button, I'll make millions of dollars. It doesn't work that way. It's a stepping stone. What are you going to do afterwards that makes, the long-term difference so much now as well? It's also that mentality of, I'm older than you, I know more things. I've had, like with my father, I gave him systemic enzymes. This is years ago. And he had a really bad thumb, like just really inflamed, and he was rubbing Voltaren. I don't know if you guys had that cream over there. So Dad, you're just masking the problem, you're not actually fixing it. So I gave him systemic enzymes, and within days he was completely fine. But the thing is, he wouldn't admit that it helped. And I said, that's fine, I don't want you to admit anything. It's just the fact that it's helped, I'm happy with that. But it's just the mentality. And also I feel that, when people forget how they felt when they've done something that's helped. And so it's good to like remind people, oh, you remember when you did the cleanse and this is how you felt? Oh, I kind of forgot about that. Well, it's helped you, so maybe do it again and see what happens afterwards. It's just, yeah, people forget too easily.
You know,
Well, it
it's pretty
is, and
wild.
sometimes it's, you might say the same thing as what the expert has said, but for some reason, maybe it's the way they said it, or sometimes you have to, what I mean. It's happened so many times where you tell someone the same thing over and over and over again, then they hear it from someone else. Sometimes it just clicks, the penny drops. You're like, I've been telling you this for so long, but that's okay. I'm glad you finally made the decision. And that's all
Totally.
we can do, is just, keep sharing information if they want the information, of course.
Totally.
You gotta ask for that question, do you want me to share something with you? If they say yes, great, continue sharing. And that's all we can do, is just guide people to the right direction, something that's helped you. Like, I'm in the CBD world, so we've been helping people with CBD for the last probably 3.5 years. And again, I'm not the expert, but I can utilize other experts and share the information when someone asks for it. And same thing is, there are doctors that are not for it, but then there's other doctors that are for it. So everyone is educated in a different manner. And it's really sad how we've really segregated and we've separated, Western world and, Chinese medicine and natural remedies. Like, it'll be amazing to kind of see them combine together, because everything has its purpose. Everything, like, you can't dismiss one or the other. If you're in a car accident, you need in life and death, of course, okay, Western medicine for now, but what's the long-term effect? What can I do differently? And I would love to see that world. So I think it's important for, doing testimonials and speaking to people like yourself, and finding amazing companies like Zen to be united with, and to be able to share that with other people so they can see, the bigger picture here.
Lots of people asking that question, like, what do you do to create a better self and a better world?
What do I do? Well, as I said before, just sharing, educating people, how to live a toxic-free life. I think that's really important. But embodying that, you got to live that, right? You can't just tell someone what they should do when you're not doing that yourself. As I said, there's always the next level in anything that you do. So being open, letting go of your ego, and just finding other ways, or just being happy. And I feel like that's a choice, and it's not about luck. It's about, what kind of life do you want to choose? What kind of, what health do you want? What relationships do you want? and asking yourself those questions instead of just being in autopilot and looking at your environment and I guess comparing yourself to other people. I think we've got to not do that. Just compare yourself to yourself and don't feel that there is only one way. You know, that there are many ways, and you know, just challenges are inevitable. You got to be open to them. Like with the cleanse as well, it's a challenge for a lot of people, but that's okay because you know that you're doing something good for yourself. So if the outcome is going to be good, then you know that you're going to be okay. So just letting go unnecessary fears.